Aloha my friends, Kristina here, and I'm so happy to be back in a new video with you today to share with you things I wish I knew before buying a Nama J2 juicer. I'm going to be sharing with you my top 20 points that might influence your decision to buy this machine. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Kristina and I have been a raw vegan for 18 years now. That is half my life. I naturally reversed my type 2 diabetes through this healthy lifestyle and I have been thriving ever since. I've dedicated my life to sharing the knowledge of this beautiful vegan lifestyle with all of you. And to this day, I appreciate, love, and practice this lifestyle more now than ever. That being said, I have been juicing a long time. The first juicer I had almost 18 years ago was one of those horizontal press juicers that was very difficult to use and very difficult to clean, and it did not yield a lot of juice. Since then, there have been so many different types of juicers that have come onto the market, and I can confidently say I have used pretty much all of them. I have broken pretty much every single one of them. And I can tell you all about pretty much every single juicer that's been around since 2005. That's pretty much what inspired me to make this video for you today. Because if you're looking to buy a new juicer, if you're wanting to make good decisions to save you time, money, energy, and prep, I think the points that I talk about here today for you will make a world of difference. Not only that, but if you're not familiar with juicing, or if you've only used one or two different kinds of juicers, there's going to be a lot of knowledge and education in this video for you to learn about juicing and for you to have a good awareness around making good choices when it comes to buying juicers and different products in this space. When it comes to juicing and juicers, there is one observation I have made over the years that pretty much applies to everyone, and it is, if it's easy, you'll do it. If it's not, you won't. Something I believe to be true is that everyone wants to be healthy, and most people that I meet want to juice, whether for themselves or for their loved ones. They really actually want to juice. They want to learn how to juice. They want to apply this practice to their daily routine. But what keeps them from doing it is the ease, the price, the convenience, and the efficiency of the juicer. It's inspiring and motivating to make and to enjoy fresh juice for yourself every day. It really does make a difference on your health journey. And not only is it inspiring for you, but when you really get into that rhythm of it, you get so excited about it, you want to share it with everyone that you know. Juicing is a wonderful thing, and it encourages people to get healthier. It encourages individuals to step into healthy living. Please keep all of these things in mind as I begin to talk about the rest of the points in this video, because my intention here is to ultimately inspire you to juice. And my hope is that with all of the other talking points I'm going to share with you in this video, you will be able to connect the dots as to why all of this is so important. So what are the basic characteristics that you're looking to find in a good juicer? For me, that would be a slow, cold press juicer, one that's easy to clean, one that can batch juice, one that makes it more efficient for yourself, and ultimately one that doesn't require too much physical effort or time from you, right? I mean, ultimately you want the quality to be the best, which would mean slow cold press juicer, and you want it to be time efficient. And I think we don't have enough people talking about juicers that are easy to clean, because I've seen so many people not juice just because they want to avoid cleaning their juicer. Is that you? It's been me before, but is that you really? I think everybody can relate to that. If you have not heard about the Nama J2 juicer, it is the juicer I'm going to be talking about specifically today. This is the juicer I have in my home. It's the one I recommend. It's the one I love. I use this machine multiple times a week. You've seen me use it in pretty much all of my recent YouTube videos. And by recent, I mean within the past 3-4 years. I'm gonna be going over every single detail of this juicer for you today. And I would like to let you know that I've linked this juicer below for you so you can check it out, you can reference it, you can also read about it. And if you're interested in getting a new juicer or checking this juicer out, there's a special discount code waiting for you below in the description. You can use the code FullyRaw55 to get $55 off this juicer at checkout. Let's go ahead and jump into my talking points. The first talking point I'm going to start with is what I believe to be one of the most important parts about this juicer, and it is the wide opening of the hopper. For those of you who have never used or seen a Nama juicer, Nama has a wide open hopper right here. So when you open the lid, you can add in whole fruits or vegetables at a time, close the lid and walk away, and when you come back, fresh juice is made. Now, this is revolutionary, and Nama was the first company to come out with a wide open hopper. And this is powerful because until you get to experience what it's like, you don't realize how much of a game changer this is. Before the Nama J2 juicer came out, everyone, and even everyone who had the Nama J1 juicer, which was the version before this one, everyone was chopping up their fruits and vegetables as tiny as they could to fit in these tiny holes that were always at the top of these juicers. And it was a known fact that you had to spend extra time prepping those fruits and vegetables and cutting them as small as you could to be able to fit them into these tiny chutes. It took up more time. Now, why is this important and why is this my first talking point today, since it's pretty obvious? It's important because this is a time saver. When it comes to juicing, every minute is important. Every effort that you have to put into making your juice is important. And when all you have to do is rip a cucumber in half and throw it in, or all you have to do is slightly chop your celery or just peel an orange and put it in, it makes a world of difference. You are cutting your prep time in half, if not more. Ultimately, the design of this juicer, more specifically the wide open hopper at the top, has been a revolutionary game changer in the juicing space, and it saves you time. Batch juicing. You don't realize how much of a game changer this is until you actually get to experience it. Most people are used to drinking one 32-ounce jar, one 16-ounce jar of juice a day, and some people are used to getting up every morning, using their juicer every morning, and cleaning it every morning. Can you imagine using and cleaning your juicer every single day? I can, because I used to do it, and I can tell you, you expend so much energy doing this. But with this slow cold press juicer, you can batch juice up to 10 jars an hour. And that's my number. So when I say 10 jars an hour, I'm saying I can juice up to 10 32-ounce jars of juice in an hour with this machine. Whereas with other machines, I could probably make 1 to 2 32-ounce jars of juice in an hour. I'm more than doubling the amount of juice that I'm making. I'm more time efficient. And a point that I'll talk about a little bit later is that the juice oxidizes less quickly because this is a slow cold press juicer. So when you seal it properly in a glass tight jar, the juice lasts for 3 to 4 days. So you don't have to juice every day anymore. You can juice every second, third, or fourth day and keep fresh juice in your refrigerator for you to enjoy throughout the week. Batch juicing is a game changer. Most juicers, and by most juicers, I'm gonna say about 95% of the juicers that are out there right now cannot batch juice. They are not built for it. This machine is. Also, this juicer is hands-free so that you can multitask. Essentially what that means is once you add in your whole fruit and veggie into the hopper and close the lid, you don't have to sit here and feed any more fruits and vegetables into this chute. You can walk away and wait until this chamber's full, unload your juice, and then simply pour. This is simply another reason why this is a time-saving machine, and it juices faster than other machines. I mean, can you imagine not having to sit there and push anything down your juicer, or not have to sit there and load pieces of fruits or vegetables in one by one? You don't have to do that with this machine. This juicer is easy to clean. If a juicer is hard to clean, you probably won't be using that juicer as often because you won't want to take that extra time to clean your juicer. I actually did a comparison video where I timed myself cleaning different juicers. I'll link it for you below. And the Nama only took me about 3 to 5 minutes on a regular basis to clean, whereas other juicers took me 7 to 9 minutes. That's half the time. Imagine a juicer that's easier to clean. You are going to be more inspired to make fresh juice more often. A talking point that most people won't recognize, or most people probably won't think is important, but I think it's very important, is that the Nama juicer is actually sustainably built. There are multiple different layers to how this machine is sustainable. I'll break down a few for you. The number one reason why this juicer is sustainable is that this juicer is made to last in your kitchen for up to 10 to 15 years. It comes with a 15-year warranty. Most juicers last for 1 year and then end up in a landfill. And actually, I believe the statistic is even lower than that. Most people use and break their first juicer that they buy within the first 6 months or less. And that's typically because people go to their nearest shopping mart or wherever it might be, and they find the cheapest juicer that they can get, and they think, awesome, I'm gonna get this really cheap juicer and get into juicing and it's gonna be fun. And the machine isn't well built. It's not made to be a sustainable machine that will be in your kitchen for years to come. What usually ends up happening is you plow through produce, because most of these quickly made machines are centrifugal or horizontal machines. Their motors are not as strong, they require a little bit more effort from you, and they're simply not built the same. I actually find this to be very sad, because when most people go out to buy a juicer, it's usually because they're inspired to get healthier. They want to change their lifestyle habits. And then when they get a cheap juicer and they think they're saving money, and the juicer breaks, it discourages the habit and they don't go back to juicing again. Has that ever happened to you? Can you relate to that? This juicer is not made to end up in a landfill. It's made to be in your home for over a decade. Something else you might not know is that it doesn't just make juice. The Nama juicer has 4 main functions. You can make juices, nut milks, smoothies, and now you can make fresh sorbets. When you buy the Nama J2 juicer, it comes with their juicing attachment and their smoothie attachment. And with both of those attachments, you can make as much juice and nut milk and smoothie as you wish. And if you want to get their new sorbet attachment that you can purchase separately, you can now make ice cream in this machine as well. Most people think that when they get this juicer that they can only make juice, but you can do so much more with this machine. Because people are always asking me how this juicer compares to other juicers, a point that I like to tell them that they might not know is that the motor in the Nama J2 juicer is pretty much stronger than every other motor that's out there on the juicing market right now. The torque is so much stronger. Now, why is this important? Essentially, it goes back to the point that this machine is made to last for a long time in your kitchen, whereas other motors, if they don't have a strong torque, if they're not a strong motor, they'll break more easily. Some of you might have seen other similar models come out on the market that look just like the Nama J2 juicer, but they're not the Nama J2 juicer because they don't have the motor and they don't have the torque. And some of those machines are being sold as more expensive than the Nama when the inside parts are not as strong, so to speak. So I think that's a really important talking point to mention, because the Nama is the original and it also happens to have the strongest base. If you're interested in checking out some of the other comparison videos I've done with similar models as the Nama, please check out the description below. I'll link a few videos for you. In summary, I will just tell you, because I've tested many different things in those videos, the Nama juicer wins every time. It produces more juice, it's faster, the juice doesn't oxidize as quickly, the juice tastes better, hands down, every time. There's less pulp, the benefits go on and on. the Nama J2 is the original when it comes to this design, the motor, the torque, and the power. Beginner or advanced, this juicer is easy for anyone to navigate. There's not a lot of a learning curve involved when it comes to this juicer. I think most beginners who see this think to themselves, oh, that doesn't look intimidating, that looks like fun. Oh, you don't have to cut it? Oh, I can just throw it in there? Maybe that will inspire me to juice. And then hopefully they have a good experience after that. And then for my advanced juicers out there, I think every single one of us who's used multiple different varieties of juicers out there, the second you use a Nama J2, you know within minutes, you have this sensation of, oh my gosh, this machine is amazing. That was my first response when I started using this juicer. If you're an advanced juicer, will you let me know if that was your response in the comments below? I'd love to hear. Nama designed this juicer to make juicing accessible to everyone. They designed this juicer to make eating more plants easier for everyone. They designed this so that anybody could juice. Juicing is supposed to be easy and fun, and that is the mission and intention of this machine. And if you connect the dots to what I was talking about a little earlier in this video, if juicing is difficult, people won't be inspired to do it. If it's easy, people will do it. Connect the dots on why that is important. My next point I want to share with you essentially has two important parts to it. And the first is, I've just touched on it, is that juices oxidize less quickly in this machine. Meaning you don't have to sit there and drink the juice immediately right after you make it. You can wait a few hours, a day, 2 days, sometimes 3 days, sometimes 4 days, based upon the ingredients that you use. This juice oxidizes fruits and vegetables less quickly because of the slow cold press technology, so that you have more time to enjoy the juices. This machine juices single ingredient juices beautifully. And what I mean by that is you can juice watermelon by itself, cucumber by itself, grapes by themselves, apples by themselves. This machine juices single ingredients beautifully without getting clogged up. And those single ingredient batches will stay fresher longer. Next talking point is that the Nama J2 juicer makes everything taste better. Now, why is this an important point is because I think when most people get into juicing, they think that the juice is gonna taste terrible. Like, who wants to drink a vegetable juice? Who wants to drink a green juice? It looks gross, it must taste gross, right? Wrong. I've actually done taste comparisons that I've linked below where I've juiced carrots, just carrots, one ingredient, and a centrifugal juicer, a horizontal juicer, and also an Nama juicer. The carrot juice tastes sweeter and fresher coming out of the Nama juicer, and it's because of how it's pressed. This machine makes everything taste better than other juicers. When it tastes better, you're going to enjoy your juice more and you'll be more inspired to juice. I mean, imagine drinking juice that actually tastes delicious. It's not too good to be true. The Nama J2 juicer produces some of the driest pulp I have ever seen come out of a juicer. And for those of you who do not know this, a sign that you have a good juicer is when the pulp is dry. If the pulp that's coming out of your juicer is still wet and if you can squeeze out more juice, it's typically a sign that your juicer is not efficient and you're wasting money on produce. That's another money-saving tip here, is that the Nama is going to squeeze every drop of juice out of your produce that it can, and it will save you more money on produce in the long haul. That's another thing that people tend to waste money on, is they get a cheap juicer and think, oh, I'll buy a cheap juicer, but I'll get organic ingredients. But then when the machine burns through the produce, they end up spending more money on produce in the long haul, not realizing that they're throwing all this pulp away. The Nama juicer is so efficient with produce, it squeezes every drop out and the pulp is so dry. There's less waste, and it's ultimately a sign that this is an incredible machine. Something else I bet you did not know about Nama is that this is a small, family-owned and run business. Their team is actually very small, and yet they have some of the best customer service out there. If you go to their website, they have over 7,000 reviews on their positive user experience. And that's because they have such a high response rate. When you email the company or ask a question or anything, a real person responds back to you in an email. And they're doing an incredible job as a small family-run business. And not only that, but this is a family that's walking the walk. This is a family that believes in this ethos and in this mission. They're trying to get more people to eat plants. They're trying to get more people to go plant-based. Essentially, this is a plant-based company. There are no other juicing companies out there right now that built a juicer because they're plant-based and want to encourage other people to be plant-based. And they're doing it all as a small family-run business, and they're USA-based. I think that that is so inspiring. And for me, if I'm purchasing something, it makes me feel so good to know that there is a mission behind it, a special ethos behind it, that belief systems are aligned and that they're trying to actually do good in the world. I thought that was something valuable for you to know, and I hope that you find that to be an important piece of information. This machine is so quiet, and it provides a peaceful experience for the user. Most other juicers out there are very loud, and it can actually be a little stressful to make juice. Something I love about this user experience is that it can either be quiet, or the juicer is quiet enough that I can play music and dance around in my kitchen while I'm making juice, and then I can actually hear the music. This juicer requires less arm strength and body power. Now, this is one of my points because if you've ever used a horizontal juicer, I'm more specifically talking about those long ones that go on your table. They're called horizontal juicers. The opening at the top is usually so small and it has this little handle. You typically have to lean over and shrug your shoulders and press your body weight into those juicers to press the juice out. And so much physical energy is expended from you to make that juice, it can get exhausting. That's not required with this juicer. It's literally drop and go. Fun fact, this juicer does not stain with turmeric, beets, or any other colorful veggie out there. It stays white or it stays black. It stays in the same condition that you get it in. I've had this juicer right here, this one that I'm touching, for almost 2 years. You don't see any discoloration here. This cold pressed juicer juices fresh pineapple and cucumber better than any other juicer that's out there. If you're an advanced juicer, you will know why this is important. Most juicers get clogged up with certain items like pineapple, cucumber, or even gala apples. They get backed up. You have to take the whole machine out, rinse it, and then start again. It's super annoying when you have a machine that can't handle those items. It makes you just want to stop juicing altogether. Who wants to have to clean their auger 1 or 2 times in the middle of making juice? Nobody. This machine juices pineapple than any other juicer I've ever experienced before. It does not get clogged up with pineapple, cucumbers, or anything else. And a tip that you can use is just cut the pineapple smaller if you don't want that to happen, and feed it in 1 by 1. Watch magic happen in this machine, no clogging. It's super kid friendly. I've seen so many of my friends who are parents introduce juicing to their kids with this juicer. There's nothing hazardous about this machine. It's meant to be fun and easy in the kitchen, even for kids. This is a beautiful machine that is made to be timeless, and you're going to see this Nama J2 juicer from Nama for years to come. Most people like to keep it on their kitchen counter because it's simply nice to look at. It's convenient and it's easy. You might find that this juicer is so convenient that it inspires you to make juice for your loved ones. That's how easy this machine is. When you're having fun with a machine, it encourages you to go further on your juicing journey. It inspires you to make more juice, and when it's easy enough, you want to share it with those that are in your life. Ultimately, I think that's an important point to mention here because most people think it's so much of a responsibility to just juice for themselves, But imagine a machine that's so easy to use and that requires so little effort from you and that's so convenient that you actually have enough energy and inspiration to juice for those that you love. My last and final point I'm going to share with you today is that there's so much more to come with Nama. This company is not going anywhere. This is only the beginning for them. This is exciting because there is so much more to look forward to. So going back to what I touched on at the beginning of this video, if juicing is easy, you will do it. If it's not easy, you won't do it. The intention of juicing is for it to be fun and easy so that you can juice as much as you want, so that you can get healthier, so that you can implement healthier practices in your daily routine, and so that you can incorporate more fruits and vegetables into your diet. When you're inspired to juice, you want to keep that inspiration going and you want to be motivated, not only to take care of your health, but also to be able to take care of others around you when needed. Hopefully, I was able to present some new talking points to you in this video today about the Nama J2 juicer, and I hope you find it to be helpful. This is the juicer I have in my home. It's the one I love and use and recommend, and I'm hoping that all the reasons I shared with you today can justify why this juicer has made my life so much easier and why it has encouraged me to drink more fresh juice. If you would like more information on a Nama J2 juicer, or if you would like to get a Nama J2 juicer after watching this video, please click on the link in the description below. You can use the code FullyRaw55 to get $55 off this incredible juicer, and I hope it inspires you to juice more. If you have liked this video or thought it to be helpful, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button because there's only more juiciness to come. If you're interested in juicing recipes or any of my raw vegan recipes, you can download my raw vegan recipe app. My app is available on iTunes and Google Play. There are more than 450 raw vegan recipes on my app waiting for you to enjoy. So many of those are juicing recipes that you can dive into and try, and those are also linked below for you in the description. Please check them out and enjoy. Thank you all again so much for joining me in this video today. I hope this has been helpful, and I want to thank you so much for being a part of my journey. I love talking about juicing. I love talking about fruits and vegetables, my raw vegan lifestyle, health and wellness, all the things. So I just want to say thank you for sharing this passion with me. Thank you for being a part of my journey. Thank you for spending time with me today. I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Sending you all my hugs and my love.